Hey, Ag Teacher Thoughts here, coming at you with another video. Today is an update video. So earlier this year, I posted a video about some annual petunias that I noticed in our flower bed out front that had survived down to -4 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, petunias are typically an annual, and typically when it frosts, they'll freeze out, and then you have to plant them again next year. But for whatever reason, be it science or luck, I don't know which, I do have some petunias that did make it through negative or minus, however you want to say it. They went through -4 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that's where our thermometer was. That it's kind of in a sheltered location, but it was a digital one, and it went down low enough for me to read those temperatures. Just up a little bit from here, I had some neighbors that were registering 15 below. So we had a pretty harsh winter. Now I will say that they were covered by a little bit of snow during this time, but we had below freezing temperatures. Like significantly cold, like single-digit temperatures for about a week, and then it came up to double-digit temperatures. But it was really cold for a long period of time, which doesn't really explain the snow insulating it. So let me get you a close-up shot of these petunias. So there they are. So this is the part of the stem that has come back the best. So here they are right here. And if we look back on the other parts of the stem, there are some buds that are also coming back in other spots of the stem. But this is what's growing a whole lot better, is this one section here. There is another petunia, I think, over on the other side. That we'll go look at him. That's a weed. That's the petunia. That's a weed too, and so is that. That's what I'm out here doing, is weeding. But, you know, this is probably where I'm going to trim back to and keep it alive. Now, petunias are in the nightshade family, so they're related to potatoes and tomatoes. All flowers they're really classified by their blossom shape. And, yeah, petunias fall into that category. So being in the nightshade family, they're really good at sending out adventitious roots. Those are roots that come out along the stem, up above the crown of the plant. So up above the normal crown, where we'd have all the roots down below and the stems up above, if you have a plant that does adventitious roots, that means along that stem above the crown, you can have other roots that come out. Best way to explain that is if you've ever had a tomato plant that's fallen over, and it's been against moist soil for a few days or a week or so, you'll see the little dots or the root buds that start to form along the stem. Petunias do the same thing. They root rather well. A little bit of rooting hormone and some damp potting soil will go a long way for you to be able to cultivate and propagate more petunias. So I'm going to do that with the petunias that I have here that survived our winter. Now, they are definitely second-year petunias, because this is last year's stem, and it's all connected to it. These are not seedlings. These, I'm seeing that's, oh, it was rooted down there, not anymore. But these are all definitely second-year plants. This is the plant from last fall. So, yes, it is a second-year plant. It's not something that I've planted this year. And let's go over here. And to me, this looks like another petunia here. We'll take a look at that one, and we'll see how that does it. I'm just going to kind of watch it this year. That is possibly, I didn't plant anything this far out, so that is possibly a seed from these other petunias from last fall. There were other remnants. I haven't cleaned them out so far. There was this stem down here. That one didn't survive, but I have one that did. This one didn't survive. Well, no, that one's definitely dead. So yeah, just this one plant of petunias really is our survivor. And that's genetics. Not every plant is going to survive or be the same or have the same tolerances. These were seeds, so I did plant seeds that I purchased. But this is kind of how plants go when you find new varieties or new cultivars. Generally, it comes out of the seeds, or it could be a change or mutation on a branch that you start to propagate. So I am going to take a lot of cuttings of this plant over the summer and going to plant them in several locations here at our house. Some of the cuttings are going to be in locations where I know they're going to be kind of sacrificial. So they're either going to make it or they're not. And then I'm going to take some cuttings and I'm going to maintain them over the fall. Over the fall and winter, I'll maintain those vegetatively, so that if I do see that this is something good, I'll have some plant material to work with basically early on next year. But yeah, this is definitely something new that I've not seen. I've not seen petunias last through winter, especially not when we had sub-zero temperatures. And it was colder here than it's been in many, many, many years, as evidenced by some of the plants around here that this area lost. So red tip Petunias, they didn't survive here this year. So they're good down to about 5 degrees. Some places say they're good to 0, but it just depends on the website. And red tip Petunias, which is a beautiful red and green shrub, they did not survive. And then we have what is well known as an annual that did survive. So there's something different going on with this plant. But anyway, I thought I'd give you an update on that. So this is ending up being a perennial petunia. We'll see how this goes. I'll keep you updated. Hope you learned something. Ag Teacher Thoughts out.